Welcome sellers, happy 25th anniversary. It's Marnie Levine here, and yes, I am back in the eBay headquarters. I'm here in San Jose to celebrate 25 years of our sellers and 25 years of eBay. Well, this is a hot ticket, isn't it? I mean, I think we blew up the internet. I think it's hotter than trying to get the PS5 or the Xbox X or Y or Z, whichever one's coming out. But thank you for your patience. There are multiple ways to see this celebration, right? You could be at ebay25.com. We're streaming live on eBay for Business on YouTube. And we will share this video. We will share this celebration with all of you for weeks to come on all of our social channels. So I promise you, you will not miss out. This is a huge moment for us, but we wouldn't be here without you, our sellers. Our speakers will be joining us from their homes. Yes, I was the only one who got permission to be here in the office. I'm the lucky one, but we'll be coming to you live in your homes or your place of business. So please sit back and enjoy. We have an amazing lineup today of eBay executives, sellers, and a few surprises. But I must say, I'm so disappointed that we can't chat. The chat was one of the things I was looking forward to. You can certainly chat in social media. Please do that. Hashtag eBay25 to show us your eBay spirit. But we are really, really excited to be here. We will be reflecting on massive milestones for the past 25 years and looking ahead to our bright future together. All right, a few housekeeping notes. First, we have closed captioning available, so please, on the bottom right hand of your screen of your streaming service or wherever you're watching this fabulous event, please hover over the CC so the closed captioning comes up. And after this hour, we have Miss Ninja, our amazing DJ, to get you to party. That's Friday. So it's Friday, it's 5 p.m. somewhere. So we'll be starting the party after this with DJ Ninja. So please stick around. I've seen some amazing photos on social. I'm going to do a shout out. Lori Wong, I saw you with your eBay swag this morning on social. Show us your eBay gear. I'm wearing my pink. Don't forget to post these pictures. We want to see them. We want to see your videos. Hashtag eBay25. And it's going to be fabulous. So now, on with the show. All right, so each of us today who are presenting will be sharing our personal eBay stories. Many of you know me through eBay. You see me on Facebook sometimes, but yep, I do have a life outside of work. But eBay is always ingrained in what I do. So I'd love to share with you first my favorite purchase. And this one is a really recent purchase, and it just reminded me that the simple things in life are what's most important. So, we've all had vacations canceled and graduations and birthday parties. So it was Father's Day, and I thought, well, what can we do? And instead of doing something and some grandiose activity, I decided simply to get my husband a Larry Bird Funko Pop toy. And because he is a big Boston Celtics fan, a big Larry Bird fan, and no, he's not from Boston, he just is. But it put such a smile on his face, and that is the power of eBay. Now, on to my favorite sold item. For those of you who know me, for those of you who don't, I'm from New Jersey, right outside of New York. I love New York, I love Broadway. And of course, like many of you, I'm sure, favorite show, one of my favorite shows is Hamilton. I received a Hamilton CD as a gift, which I thought was a little weird because doesn't this person know you can stream music now? Whatever. But I got the gift, and I was going to stick it in the drawer. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute, why not share the brilliance and the talent and the amazing story and education of the musical Hamilton? So I put it up on eBay, and it sold like that. So there are people who actually want physical CDs, and I was glad to just pass that joy on to somebody else. And my favorite experience, most memorable experience at eBay was eBay Open 2018. And many of you have been to eBay Opens, eBay Lives. For me, that was the one that that's the one that clicked for me, right? I got a chance to connect with so many of you, hear your stories, hear your passions, hear your frustrations. And, it just made me want to come to work every day. And I'm so excited to celebrate with you guys here today. Oh, why I love my job. That's another one. That's an easy one. So 3 key reasons why I love my job. Number 1, my team. I come to work every day. I get to work with the most amazing people who, like me, all want what's best for our sellers. So thank you to my team. Number two reason why I love my job is the connection between buyers and sellers. I love seeing the stories of, somebody looking for something that they had in their childhood, they can't find it, but yet they find it on eBay and they make that connection. Those stories are so special. And last but not least, certainly our sellers. Our sellers are why I come to work every day. I love to hear your stories. I want to help you, empower you, and help you thrive and make your passions into reality. And that's why I love coming to work every day. And today I'm actually here in work, not at my home with some virtual background. On to our mission. Our mission is to be the seller platform of choice. For 25 years, we've worked to create a trusted marketplace that's inclusive and fair and fosters global trade. It empowers sellers of all sizes, from the largest brands that you see across the globe to entrepreneurs like yourself, to small and medium businesses alike, and C2C sellers, right? Sellers who give you a gift or a Hamilton CD that you didn't know you wanted, and you flip it on eBay. So our community of sellers is the heart of eBay. And I've said this before, and you've heard me say it, and so many other eBay folks say it, and it is true. We only win when you win. We are committed to you. Every day we come into work committed to you, listening to you. We take the time to listen and understand. We're actively listening, right? So we can react and make changes in real time. We listen when it matters most. We don't want to hear just the good. For those of you who know me, I do a lot of panels, and everyone thinks I want them to talk about all the great things about eBay. One of the questions I always ask is, what would you do differently? What would you change? We want to know, and we want to have those tough conversations. We only get better together that way. And understanding your needs is such a pivotal part of what we do. We can't build on the ecosystem and the marketplace to support you without knowing your business, what you need, how to grow it, what it means to you. So understanding your needs, we don't know that sitting here in this office. I keep saying how proud I am to be in this office. Truth of the matter is I'd rather be out there with you, but this is the next best thing, and we need to really learn from you and understand your needs to just make it a better place for all. And I appreciate you all being so active in that partnership, right? Some of you more active than others. We love it. But it is a two-way partnership, and we truly appreciate it. When I was asked to lead this team last year, I jumped at the opportunity. I did. I jumped at the opportunity to reconnect with you. But what was so much fun was that so many of you reached out to me before I got to reach out to you. I got so many emails and text messages and phone calls, and it was so great. And it felt like coming home, albeit to like a dysfunctional family, but it felt like coming home nonetheless, where you respect each other, you understand each other, you listen, you're committed, all the good things a family can provide. And as you know, our seller community sets us apart. You will not find that on any other marketplace. And I know that's why so many of you choose eBay as your partner in business. You create the diversity on the platform. You support each other, which I absolutely appreciate and love so much. You are the passion behind eBay. You're living the life that you want. We connect with you in so many different ways, whether it's via the community, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through events. And like I said, some of you even have my cell phone, which I think is quite frankly a rookie mistake on my part. Just kidding. You can always text me whenever you want. We are here to partner with you. We don't compete. We want to protect you. We're always looking at ways to protect your business, whether it's through policies, trust. We want to create a marketplace that you could confide in, you could run your business in, and not have a single worry in the world. We want to power your business, and we do that through tools that we develop, data, insights. This is where your partnership comes in and is a key part of what we build for you to power your business. We are your champions. We are your advocates. We are your biggest fans. And you know that, and I hope you feel it today and for the next 25 years. On behalf of everyone at eBay across the globe, you have our full commitment today and every day. So, is there any surprise here what I'm celebrating? I'm celebrating 25 years of connections with you and 25 years of sellers being passionate. Now let's get this party started and kick it off with a reminder of why we're all here.
For 25 years, you've been the ultimate partners. You've powered the platform every day. You've realized your dream while raising over $1 billion for charity. For 25 years, you've been getting the job done, even when things got tough. You've been the driving force of our community, mentoring each other, supporting one another. And through it all, you've remained as passionate, as driven, as creative, and as original as ever. Thanks for always going above and beyond and helping us become everything we are today. Here's to the past 25 years of eBay together. And here's to a celebration 25 years in the making.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. So our celebration, yes, I said celebration, would not be complete without stories from our community. We love hearing your stories, and we love telling your stories and sharing them with the world. It's one of the favorite parts of the job, for sure. Way back in May, we put out a call to sellers to submit their eBay stories. Now, I know there are thousands of amazing stories out there. What I was so blown away with was that we got over 2,500 submissions of stories and reviewed every single one of them, and each one was more inspiring than the next. In June, we embarked on a mini-series of 25 stories, which we continue to share every Friday, a little plug here on eBay for Business Facebook, and we'll be showing them through the end of the year. So if you haven't checked out these stories, I recommend you do. They are amazing. And we have so many stories of all kinds, stories of resilience, of passion, of entrepreneurship, of originality, and everything that makes our community so unique and so special. We turned 5 of these stories. There were so many amazing stories, it was hard to whittle it down to 5, but somebody did. I couldn't do it. It was too tough for me. But we turned 5 of these stories into videos. And it was amazing what the team did. We actually, because we couldn't go to their houses or their places of business, we sent equipment to these sellers, and we let their sellers tell their own stories, right? Through their own voice, in their own environment. They had all the equipment, they did it all themselves, and they turned out so fabulously, and they brought their stories to life in such a beautiful way. We're going to share those 5 stories throughout today's celebration, but you'll see many of them to come in the future. We're not going to put these in the vault. We are going to keep them out and keep sharing them with everybody. So I'd love to share the first seller story with you. First up, we have Jeffrey and Katrina Hess, who met over a shared love and deep knowledge of fine art, so fancy, and jewelry, and happened to go on to build a multi-million-dollar family business. Enjoy.
I was always fascinated by watches since I was a kid. I love fine and decorative arts. My life is pretty much defined by my love of historical items. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Hess.
And I'm Katrina Hess, and we are Hess Fine Auctions. We've been on eBay since 1997.
My wife and I met on a chat room, believe it or not.
We met arguing valuation theory.
I'm a contributor to over 25 books and price guides on antiques and watches. My wife is one of the more well-known gemologists in the country.
We do eBay from 6 in the morning when we wake up.
First one up makes the coffee, that's the rule.
Till 11 o'clock at night when we go to sleep. We've done auctions for 22 years. And we have this wonderful group of customers, some of which have been with us since we started.
There's no doubt that eBay changed our life as far as how much merchandise we can move. Instead of these shows all around the country, we just put it online. It's incredible.
These two, I love that couple. They are couples goals, definitely. I think it's hashtag couple goals. So they are truly experts in their industry. They write books on Rolex. Could you believe it? They're so impressive, and they're just one of the many sellers that just thrive on eBay. So keep an eye out for more of those stories throughout this show. Before we bring on Jordan, Andrea, and Jamie, I wanted to share a little trip down memory lane. So much has happened over the past 25 years. So to capture all of the major milestones, we created a fun timeline montage. You got to check it out.
wanted to do was to use technology to bring power, and the power of the marketplace in particular, to ordinary people. Using technology to create opportunity for people was really something I felt very strongly about from the outset.
Technology, and particularly the internet, has disrupted almost every business. It's quite remarkable. What's happening is it's changing the whole notion of social interactions.
eBay's retail revival helps me stay local,
but sell on a global scale.
Which is perfect.
because I'm here to stay.
Because of eBay for Charity, 100% of every sale goes to furthering our mission.
Having eBay make the automatic payouts is much better for me because I don't have to make the transfers. It's seamless. My cash flow is there, and it's not another account for me to track.
So that's what eBay is really all about, is connecting buyers and sellers in special ways. That's how we were started 25 years ago, and in the next 25 years, we'll create even more meaningful connections on this amazing platform of eBay.
All right, I hope many of you recognized yourself in those videos. I saw a lot of folks I know from through the years, so it's always fun to see yourself in those videos and kind of take a trip down memory lane. Next up, I am so excited. I would love to welcome our Senior Vice President, General Manager of North America, my boss, your advocate, Jordan Sweetnam. Jordan. Round of applause.
Hey,
Welcome.
Hey, Marty, how are you?
Good. I'm sad that we can't chat.
Yeah, look, it's great to see you virtually. We're separated by a few thousand miles, but I think that checks the box on social distancing.
I think it does. I'm the only one here. So thank you so much for joining. Obviously, I know you wouldn't miss this for the world, even though you aren't exactly in home right now. You're on a little vacation, working remotely, not a vacation. But I want to, first of all, what are those pictures behind you?
Yeah, so I'm actually right now up on the west coast of Canada visiting some families. So these are nearby state parks, if you will. So there's Seal Bay Park, High Bay Beach. It's a pretty amazing location, but looking forward to getting back to the Bay Area on Sunday.
Excellent. Well, we will welcome you back for sure. You're coming back just in time, I think. The weather's good, air is clear. Hopefully it'll stay that way. All right. Well, you know, everybody knows you. I think you're famous around eBay for sure, and our sellers absolutely adore you. And I'm just so excited for them to hear directly from you and hear about your vision for the next 25 years. So why don't you take it away?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marnie. And I know Marnie said a few times, but I just wanted to thank all of you sellers for taking the time this afternoon to join us to celebrate this 25th event and hear about our journey, the last 25. That was a pretty cool highlight reel we just had, and where we're going. So for those of you that I haven't met, I was actually at eBay through 2004 through 2016. Took a couple of years away and came back last summer. So I just celebrated my second one-year anniversary. But similar to Marnie, what I thought I might do for you first is actually just share some of my favorite purchases, my favorite moments, and just what my journey on eBay has looked like. So first up, my favorite purchases. I will admit I have an unhealthy Muppet addiction. So you can sort of see on the screen here, John Denver and the Muppet Christmas CD was one of my first eBay purchases. I grew up listening to that. I think on the floor of my mom's Subaru, she had the audio cassette. Kermit the Frog on downhill skis, definitely my favorite all-time eBay purchase. At some point through moving as a child, it got lost, but I got that as a gift when I was very young, and as high as I could reach on the tree is where that ornament went. But a lot of art on here as well, so those are some vintage prints, but most of my house is filled with paintings from the self-representing artist category. I bought original art from the west coast of Canada, from a seller in Germany, a seller in Miami with like a Cuban influence. And it's amazing to see like the authentic, unique art and to be supporting artists on our platform. Of course, it's hard to work at eBay and not end up selling and using that as a means of cleaning out. I probably have sold a fraction of what so many of you have sold today. I think I'm maybe a little north of 1,200 items sold. But on the screen there is an espresso machine. I bought that. It served me really well for 10 years, and it broke, and I couldn't bear to throw it away because it was too beautiful, but I didn't know how to fix it, and I couldn't find someone locally to fix it. And so I ended up putting it up on eBay and sold it to someone whose business is buying broken espresso machines and fixing them. And so much like Pierre and the broken laser pointer, it's amazing the ecosystem that is eBay of connecting buyers and sellers, enthusiasts, traders, professionals, fixers, to bring all this collection together. And then, of course, I wouldn't be able to talk about my favorite moments of eBay without talking about my favorite memories. The first one, definitely the first day I walked into the office and I saw a giant moose costume. You saw up there a second ago, eBay Live. My first eBay Live was 2006 in Las Vegas, doing the clapping tunnel for, I think, 10,000 sellers through only one open doorway. It took almost 2 hours. But it was pretty cool to see that energy of eBay Live coming to life. And then I think Marnie mentioned this as well. Just the amazing energy that comes from seller visits and seeing many of you in your place of operations, whether that is a large company, a warehouse, or even your home office where you sit on a swivel chair and can rotate from computer to printer to packing supplies. But I thought now I might share with you just some of the highlights of the retail moments of eBay. How has eBay played into the cultural moments of the last 25 years? When you think of those most iconic items, the late 90s was kind of defined by eBay and Beanie Babies. And as crazy as it is to think about the fervor of the original Beanie Babies on eBay, this year Beanie Babies are still growing over 107% on eBay. So the collecting fad still hasn't changed. Late 90s, we had Furbies, which I think was probably the first like digital product fixation on eBay. Most of the early 2000s was denoted by Apple products, the first iPod, iPhone. I will candidly admit I was a very stubborn adopter. I held onto my BlackBerry for as long as possible. And the magic when I saw someone walking around with the first iPad blew me away. I had to have it. And of course, there was no place to find it without coming to eBay. And so, that's kind of the early 2000s. 2010, Nike celebrated its 25th anniversary of the Air Jordan. Fast forward 10 years, we sell millions of pairs of collectible and athletic sneakers per year. It's incredible how single products and single cultural moments can turn into something so inspirational at scale for many of your passions as buyers and sellers on our platform. And then for those of you that know me, I love to like geek out on products, on like, where does it come from? What are people interested in? But I don't think anybody could have predicted the retail trends of 2020. As we got off to a very unexpected start in Q1, we saw things like webcams up 3,000% year over year as people were working from home. Bread makers, any kind of small kitchen appliance so people could become independent. Board games, Lego, toys, and not just new, pre-owned, used, loved, whatever you want to call it. Everything to entertain your family at home was popular and on eBay. And then into spring, backyard gardening, seeds. I mean, I've never seen seeds on eBay sell out like this. And then beekeeping, categories I didn't even know that we had supplies for and businesses behind. And it really is the amazing nature of our platform and of your businesses that so much of that is out in your shops and your inventory pools to come onto our site. So why am I excited? Why did I come back to eBay? What do I think is in store for our next 25 years? Probably the best example that I can point to is actually a change we made to the site about 2 weeks ago. We launched something called authentication in our watches category. And so if you're a buyer, even if you don't know the seller, you don't need to worry about getting an authentic item because an independent third party is going to verify that product and make sure you're getting what you want. And as a seller, the same third party will actually intercept that item on the way back and make sure that it's coming back to you in the condition that you sold it. You're getting the exact item back. And now many of you may say, well, okay, but I don't buy watches and I don't sell watches, so what's in it for me? And the answer is, this is actually the start of a very different eBay. How do we think about recognizing the sheer difference in the inventory in your business models? The reality is, what it takes to deliver an amazing experience in a watch is very different than a new TV or a camera. It's very different from saddles. We have a very passionate equestrian category on eBay. And it's very different than a first edition Spider-Man comic. And so what you're going to see more from me and the team here at eBay is how we better differentiate and recognize how much the customer expectations, buyers and sellers, vary across all these different inventory categories, different conditions, whether it's new, used, pre-owned, loved, or authentic. And I think that will make it a much more fun and energizing ecosystem for you to build your businesses. And we're really excited for that. So there's a lot more to come. Marnie shared some awesome stuff for you. You're going to hear some from some of our other amazing leaders a little bit later today. But I was asked to sort of wrap with two words to try to summarize eBay and the community, which is almost impossible. But the first two that came to mind for me were actually driven and original. And so why those two? Whether it is on our community boards, on Facebook, at seller summits, digital or in person, the drive that I see for so many of you to source it, to list it, to pack it, to wrap it, to ship it, all of those things, it's just this energy day in and day out. I mean, the craziness of 2020 didn't slow so many of you down. Things actually exploded and accelerated. It was incredible to see that energy. And then just the originality through the ups and downs, server issues, sourcing problems, shipping issues, the connectivity amongst the community, the energy, that is the originality at the heart of eBay that has seen us through the first 25 years and gives me so much confidence about what the fun and the potential resides in for the next 25 years. So look, with that, I just want to once again say thank you so much. I feel extremely privileged to be in this job. It's humbling to see the energy that so many of you bring to your customers and your businesses every day. And I know I speak on behalf of all eBay employees when I say just how grateful we are that you choose to run your business on eBay. So with that, I think we're going to cut over to another amazing seller story. Thank you so much.
When I first started wearing modest clothing, I didn't want to lose my own sense of fashion, and I think it's really important for Muslim women to dress in a way that still represents their own personality. Hi, I'm Tara from Adefa, and we've been on eBay since 2012. Growing up, I was always spiritual and religious. After I met my husband, I started looking into Islam. I really fell in love with what I read. I converted to Islam, and the more modest that I was trying to dress, the more difficulty I had finding clothes that were fitting my needs. We decided to found our company, Modefa. My husband and I run the business, but I'm the boss. I remember there was one lady excited to find our prayer rugs, and this prayer rug reminded her of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. She was so excited to get it for her father. She wanted him to have the memory from his home country. We wanted to reach all different kinds of customers, and eBay was part of that plan.
Hi everyone, and happy celebration. I am delighted to be here marking this anniversary with you all. I've been asked to talk about marketing and brand, but what I thought I would do is spend a quick moment telling you about my sort of eBay experiences. I've been with eBay for 15 years, and for me, eBay is all about connections and community. And so again, today is such a special day. My first purchase, or my favorite purchase actually, was probably my Audi convertible, which I bought as a 40th birthday present to myself. Bought it from Florida, had it shipped to Toronto where I live, and I remember it being just so excited having it come off the truck to get me. My favorite sale was actually a purchase and sale. When I was pregnant with my first child, I bought a Gucci diaper bag. I used it for 2 children, and I sold it back on eBay, which I thought was pretty efficient. And then maybe one of my favorite eBay experiences was introducing the Canadian Prime Minister to 3 of our award-winning Canadian sellers, and just seeing how impressed he was with what those sellers had accomplished on the platform. So on to marketing and brand. Let's start at the beginning. 25 years ago, eBay wasn't eBay. It was auction web. In fact, eBay only came about in 1997 as we sort of crossed the threshold of our millionth item. But throughout, we started with a foundation built by Pierre that people are fundamentally good. And we were really all about community and connection. In fact, before Facebook, eBay was one of the world's largest online communities. And we were a purpose-driven company. Our purpose remains in our DNA. And that purpose was about empowering people and creating economic opportunity. And that purpose continues to guide us, and it has guided us throughout our history, and is one of the reasons we have changed the face of e-commerce, from introducing the sharing economy to pioneering mobile commerce, to doing everything we do today to connect buyers and sellers with the things they love and to create economic opportunity. As our company has evolved, so has our external face. You'll have gotten a sense of that in the roundup of commercials that just played. You know, we started off as quite a fun and kooky kind of brand, you know, reflecting a time when internet shopping and shopping online was a bold adventure only taken by the faint at heart. But as we matured as a company, our presentation externally has matured. A great example of that is in 2001 when we launched eBay for Charity as Auction for America, supporting the victims of 9/11 and their families. Since then, eBay for Charity has gone on to facilitate the fundraising of over $1 billion for charities around the world. We also have had to change what we're saying as the marketplace has evolved. So 10 years ago, we started talking about fixed price and new inventory. Our logo also evolved over the 25 years. You'll remember our old logo, which was a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, brightly colored, has evolved now into a more mature, stable logo, though we've introduced more colors to reflect the increasing diversity of our marketplace. Throughout, though, the logo and the brand have stood for a consistent promise, a pledge that buyers can get exactly what they want and sellers can build small or even large businesses on the platform. In fact, small and medium businesses are at the core of what we do. You'll have seen that this summer as we featured some of you or your peers in our creative for our brand campaign, including some of the TV spots that ran in June and July. We take seriously our role in supporting your business. And among other things, that means using some of the fees that you pay us to invest in driving traffic to the marketplace and to your listings. In fact, we spend more than tens of millions of dollars every month supporting advertising, marketing, and traffic driving activities in the US. And while it's fun to see ourselves on TV, most of our investment go to digital channels where we can use the incredible data that we have to better target and drive efficiency in our marketing. We focus on bringing high quality buyers to the platform, ensuring that they're engaged with the right inventory at the right time, and then working on bringing them back and re-engaging them through their life cycle. And we measure everything. So we're constantly looking at how to improve the marketing or improve the targeting. You'll be interested to know that our digital channels span the gamut. It's not just search on Google. It includes video and audio and social media, email, any number of channels. And you know, we've got real strength in some of those channels. We've got more than 13 million social media followers in the US, and we send more than 280 million targeted emails each month. Actually, each week, apologies. A recent example of our targeted marketing is our watches launch, where we tailored the creative, the look and feel, the messaging, and even the channels, the publishers that we were working with, to really target a core small group of buyers who have a real interest in high-end watches. So you'll see that we did a GQ ads, which is not a normal thing for us, but was appropriate for this segment. In closing, the way we do marketing at eBay has evolved over the last 25 years, but at its core, it's remained focused on creating those connections that were central to Pierre's idea. And so for me, you won't be surprised to know that eBay is 25 years of connections, and for our sellers, 25 years of being empowered. Thanks for your attention. I'm so excited to be part of today's celebration. Hope you enjoy the rest of the program, and happy anniversary.
Oh, I got one of the memorabilia cards. get the blue felt jersey embedded in the card. I'm Joe with Got Baseball Cards in Loganville, Georgia, and we've been buying and selling on eBay since 1998. As a kid, my mom would incentivize me with packs of cards, and so throughout school was a straight A student and finished second in my high school class. The only person to beat me out was my girlfriend and now my wife. I always say, if you can't beat them, join them. I remember the day a customer walked in and he said, well, I've been reselling on eBay. And I'm like, what's eBay? We've developed a lot over the years. We currently have over 600,000 items listed. We do more on eBay than we do in our retail store. We get the emails that say, I've been working on this set for 6 years and I just got the last 3 cards from you. Now I finally finished my set. I cherish that because I know what they're going through. I live my dream job. I get to do it every day.
So how about Joe from Georgia? I love his story as well. Turning passion into profit. As many of you know, trading cards have been so popular on eBay for so many years. And this year, especially with the documentary The Last Dance, and a lot of people, being at home, shopping more, our trading card category has really thrived during this pandemic and has for the past 25 years. Enthusiasts keep rushing to the sites, no matter what, rushing to the sites. There's one site, ebay.com. They keep rushing to our site for all those unique enthusiast categories. All right, I'm sure you're all thinking it. If you're not thinking it, you should be thinking it. Where's Griff? Where's Griff? No, he's not here in the office with me. I told you I'm the only one who's allowed to be here. But no celebration would be complete without our own eBay celebrity. Over the years, Griff has been a key pillar of our seller community. He started out as a customer service rep. Did you know that? I just learned that. I had no idea. Since then, he's gone on to educate thousands of sellers on eBay Radio, and now he's big time. He is our editor-in-chief of our eBay for Business podcast. Griff is joined today by 3 sellers who are well known in our community. Let's hear what 25 means to them.
Thanks, Marnie. Today I'm joined by our 3 seller panelists. First, Betsy in Dallas, Texas, known throughout the eBay community as eBetsy. Chris in Austin, Texas, also known on eBay as Sneaker Jesus. And finally, Kathy, our eBay mentor in New York City, who's also known throughout the eBay community as I Love to Be Selling. Welcome, sellers.
Thanks, Griff.
Hello, Griff.
Hello, eBay.
Welcome, eBetsy. I see that you've managed to do your hair for this interview.
I just woke up today and there it was. I don't know what happened. Griff, great to be on the air with you again.
Everyone knows your hair as a trademark.
You know, the year that they had the fill your cart with color hashtag, there were some other people who did their hair at eBay Colors, and we had our own hashtag, fill your hair with color. It's kind of a thing.
Well, thanks. I think it's very appropriate for our celebration panel.
I've been doing it since 2005. I could hardly miss the 25th anniversary.
Well, Kathy, now tell us, why did you start selling on eBay?
Griff, I started selling on eBay years ago because I needed something very, very flexible. I needed to be home to take care of my mom, who was in failing health. And while I was doing that, I needed to declutter my home, and eBay was a great fit for that. To declutter and at the same time make some money for my family and give me a lot of flexibility so I could take care of my mom.
Kathy, what was your aha moment when you realized that you could actually make a living out of this?
Oh, Griff, I sold a pair of crystal candlesticks and they went for over $100. I was like, whoa, this is fantastic. I can make money selling on eBay.
Chris, why do you think sneakers sell so well on eBay?
I think originally eBay is kind of the originator of the sneaker reselling game, if you will. So when I first started doing this, it was the one and only place that you could do what I do. And so I think the culture really started on eBay, and it's a great platform for people to buy and sell, not just sneakers, but anything, but especially sneakers being such a hot item.
Kathy, why do you believe the eBay selling community sets us apart?
Griff, it's the diversity of people. there is such a range of personalities and lifestyles and passions in the eBay community. It is absolutely unique. And it's not just the sellers, it's also the staff. Staff and sellers on eBay are just a vibrant, passionate, wonderful, caring bunch of people.
Kathy, at the beginning of our interview, I mentioned that you were a mentor in New York City. That means that you love teaching others how to sell on eBay. What is it about teaching others that you love so much?
Griff, it's about helping people help themselves. What I love about teaching eBay selling is it's not about where you are in the United States or the world. It is not about your age. It is not about your race. It is not about your lifestyle. It is about your desire to work. It is about your desire to make money for yourself and for your family. And that's why I love teaching and helping eBay sellers. I love to help people that want to make a living.
Betsy, the eBay community has been a part of eBay since the very beginning, and all of us play a part in it. What does the eBay community mean to you?
Well, first, of course, it means eBay Radio, because we became the heartbeat of the seller community, and I loved being immersed in all that. But to me, community means connections. It means friendship. It means support. It means networking. eBay sellers have their cliques, just like any other large group of people. But at the end of the day, or the end of the listing, we're all from the same tribe. And the universal password is, what do you sell?
Now, Betsy, a lot of folks know you and I have a little bit of a history, and that's called eBay Radio. What was that like, and what did you love about eBay Radio?
Oh my gosh, it was the best gig ever. It was the best gig ever, the best team to be on. It was like working backstage at a Broadway, producing a Broadway show, or maybe a circus, or maybe both. It was an incredible team to be a part of. We would describe the show to potential sponsors as eBay Education meets Morning Zoo Madness, because our goal was to teach sellers, but to do so in a highly entertaining and engaging way. And as you know, that's exactly what we did. It was an eBay, when eBay Inc. signed that show, signed Lee Maribel and you to do that show, they captured lightning in a bottle. There was nothing else like it.
I have to admit that's true. I think for a lot of sellers, Chris, that the moment of excitement is when that phone goes ka-ching. How do you feel when a buyer buys from you, and does it ever get tired?
It doesn't ever get tired, surprisingly, and I've heard that ching many a times, and I think it just sort of gives you a little jolt of pleasure, if you will. I don't know what you call it, but it's a good feeling, especially when you're having a good day and you're hearing a lot of those cash registered sound effects going off.
I have to tell you, I could be feeling pretty low, but all it takes is a ka-ching to get my mood back up.
That's exactly right.
Chris, if you had to look into your own personal crystal ball, what do you think the future of eBay would be?
I think the future is eBay. I mean, especially with what's going on right now, everything is really shifting towards online shopping. I know for myself, I've seen a big increase in views and an increase in sales this year, just because of all the shopping that is going on online right now. So I think the future is eBay and e-commerce.
And Kathy, for you, what's one word that describes eBay?
Undaunted.
And Chris, what one word would you use to describe eBay?
You know, not to repeat myself, but I would probably say entrepreneurship. Just again, the feeling of freedom of being able to be your own boss and to be an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship.
And Betsy, if you had to describe eBay with one word, what would that be?
Just one word? Oh, Lord. There are so many. Let's see, unique, special, variety, marketplace, shopping nirvana. No, that's two words. E-commerce a go-go, if you want to be polysyllabic about it. Really, the only word to describe eBay is eBay. It really should be the Urban Dictionary. You know, like, wow, that was so eBay. It's unique.
Wow, you guys are terrific. I want to thank you all for being a part of our celebration. Thanks again to Betsy, Kathy, and Chris.
Thank you guys very much. It was a pleasure.
Now, let's watch another one of the seller story videos that we all enjoy so much.
from the very beginning. I wanted to be a professional motocross racer. At 19 years old, I was able to achieve that dream. Unfortunately, it was only a few months until I had my injury. It was just like any other crash. This time, though, I broke my neck, leaving me a quadriplegic. I'm Donovan with Bike Now Motorsports, and I've been on eBay for 6 years. After meeting my now wife, I was always kind of looking for what was next for my life and what I wanted to do to keep myself busy. It started out where I was just selling random things from my racing background. It brought out the competitive drive in me. That's what's grown the business every year. I'm up every day before light answering messages. When I get a message from someone that has their kid riding, they're happy because they got their part so that they can go ride and have all the fun that I had. That's the great thing about eBay.
Donovan's story is so touching. I mean, talk about overcoming adversity and turning something you're truly passionate about and that you truly love into a business. And you're still able to connect with those that have the same passion as you. It is such a true inspiration. Well, our final guest today is our very own CEO, Jamie Iannone. He's been connecting with many of you over the past few months at our monthly check-ins and through other avenues, and he loves talking to sellers. But he's here today to talk about eBay and the next 25 years. He wants to acknowledge your role in our past and in our future together.
Hello, eBay sellers, and happy 25th. It's great to connect with all of you and celebrate this incredible milestone for eBay. eBay was founded during a time when e-commerce didn't exist, and it's amazing the role we play in the history of technology and the world as we know it today. When you think about our legacy and why we exist, what's top of mind for me is the millions of connections between people over the years. Before we get on with the celebration, I thought it'd be fun to share some of my favorite eBay memories of purchases that I'd made or things that I'd sold on the platform. One of them that was recent was I recently sold a Hammond B3 organ to a local church. And the pastor and some people from the church came to pick it up at the house. And when they got to the church, they sent me a video of their organist playing it. And it was so amazing. And I joked with them. I said, wow, the organ never sounded that good when I played it. And that's really what eBay's all about. It's about making those special connections. You know, another fun story, this happened a long time ago, was I sold the ticket stub to a game that I'd been to where Barry Bonds hit his 500th home run. And it went actually for so much money that I was able to pay for me to go to the game and pay for my dinner there. And the buyer was so excited that I sent him the chronicle from the day and the little rally tally they'd given us. And it was just exciting to see that passion and how those connections come to life on eBay. Another fun story for me involved eBay for Charity. It's an amazing platform. We've done over $1 billion for charity on eBay over the years. And I once sold an old computer bag that I had around the house, and I put it up there 100% for charity, and a buyer bought it, and it went way up to like $55. So I emailed the buyer and I said, look, this isn't worth $55. It's not real leather. It's pre-owned. And he said, no, I need a bag like that, and the money's all going to charity, so go ahead and ship it. And I really love that story because it shows you that, you know, the connections between people on eBay are truly fantastic. You know, I'm extremely excited to take this job and humbled and honored to lead this incredible company. eBay holds a very special place in my heart. I treasure the role that it plays in communities around the world. I love how our purpose is to empower people and create opportunity, and it inspires and pushes me to make eBay the best marketplace in the world and all of our thousands of employees every single day when they come to work. You know, as you may know, I spent about 8 years here earlier in the 2000s at eBay, and I'm excited to bring my passion and experience back to the eBay community. Our close relationship to sellers has always been one of my favorite things, and I wish we could be together today in person to celebrate this momentous occasion. But I look forward to getting out to meet some of you, to learn more about your business, to understand more of what we can do to help you grow your business on eBay and make this wonderful platform even better. You know, we learn so much from you and get a better understanding of your needs as our customers when we connect. And there's something truly magical about our shared goals and the ways we collaborate with you to make the marketplace better. A huge part of that magic is because of you, our community of sellers. You know, it's our desire to partner with you in a deeper, more meaningful way to deliver an authentic experience to our buyers and focus on core values to ensure that all of our customers have a great experience. And the team and I appreciate the business that we do together. It's an honor for us that you choose to run your businesses on eBay. You know, over the years, I've heard so many stories about sellers, but how you got your start on eBay and how the business has evolved. And since I've been back, I've heard even more. You know, when I came back to eBay, I told the team here, one of my favorite parts of eBay was traveling around the world, talking to our sellers, hearing about your stories, and that really makes us drive harder to make eBay a better place, because we don't win unless you win. And I've loved seeing how many of you have grown up on the platform, how brands have thrived here, and that brings a lot of excitement to the whole organization. I'll continue to repeat this, but we absolutely value this community and the open dialogue we continue to have. You are our customers, and your feedback and guidance is used to help us to deliver hundreds of new products and features. We firmly believe eBay is the strongest when our sellers succeed. And we're just getting started. You know, my vision is to build on the company's powerful strengths to sustain and grow the best global marketplace for buyers and sellers through a tech-led reimagination of eBay. We're taking deliberate and disciplined actions to invest back into the platform to improve the overall health and execute on the key pillars of our vision. So let me talk to you about what those key pillars are. First, it's to defend our core business by building compelling next-gen experiences for our enthusiast customers. We're working on many different areas here, from simplifying the selling flow, increasing conversion, and making it easier for customers to reinvest their proceeds back into the platform. Managed Payments is a great example of that. It's a technology which makes things easier for the buyer, and ideally for the seller makes it much more easy to manage all of your business in one place. And the majority of our sellers will actually receive lower fees with Managed Payments. Our second priority is to be the seller platform of choice. We're introducing tools and features that compel small businesses to start and grow their businesses on eBay. We'll continue to partner with you to grow your brand, to drive your sales growth, and to protect your reputation. And finally, our third priority is to cultivate lifelong trusted relationships with our buyers. We want to modernize and simplify the experience to drive more purchase frequency. We want to remove friction throughout the buying journey and make sure our buyers have an amazing experience on eBay. We'll continue to grow the buyer base and drive velocity to your businesses by targeting customer segments and having them grow faster and having strong overall buyer growth. Strengthening these relationships will help drive and keep potential customers, helping to grow your business on eBay. So, you know, I really just want to close by saying thank you. Thank you for choosing us to take this journey with you. You're the reason that we're all here, why all the employees of eBay come to work every day, and we're so grateful for the partnership that we have with you, our community. Thanks for your continued support, and happy 25th.
I really wanted to adopt a minimalist lifestyle.
I really didn't want anything thrown away, and so I started running around the house looking for things to sell.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Covardis. We're the owners of QC Consigns, and we've been on eBay since 2013.
I was like, I'm scared to go away for college. I'm gonna come home and everything is going to be gone.
We got the idea of not just selling our stuff, but let's sell other people's stuff. Does this dress have any pre-loved flaws on it?
Dress is in excellent condition.
We are constantly looking at what's trending. What are we gravitating to? I love it because it's sustainable shopping. I always say if somebody bought it the first time, somebody will definitely buy it again. We just got an eBay sale. And that's what's really so cool about this. We could be doing anything during our day and then we're still making money.
eBay made it a little bit too easy for her.
All right, I love that QC Consigns video. I kind of want that family to adopt me. I might be a little too old, but they just look like such a fun, fabulous family. And the whole family is involved in the business. And thank you, Jamie, for joining us today. So our 25th celebration is drawing to a close. They're gonna have to drag me out of here. But I'm so thankful that all of you could attend today. I know many of you are out there, although we don't have the chat. I know Jordan's out there on Facebook chatting with a bunch of people. I see sellers chatting with other sellers on Instagram. So we're out there celebrating. We're going to continue to celebrate. And we're so happy that we can partner with you and help you grow your business online.